NotebookLM is quickly becoming one of my favorite AI tools on the entire planet. Today we're going to go through just all the new features and all the things that it can do. Today being February 6th, 2026, and let's get it going. All right, so this right here is the NotebookLM home screen. If you've never been here, then this is a great place to start. Obviously, it's the place where you're supposed to start, but we have a bunch of featured notebooks. This shows just things that other people have made or Google has made and they think are really good, so we can go look at these. But the part where things get really cool is where you create your own notebook and you build out all the information. So let me just create a new notebook right here. I have one untitled right here. And we go into the actual notebook area. And on the left, we have all of the sources. So these are all the sources that you upload into Notebook, and it'll extract all the data from those ones on the left, which is really nice. Then you have the middle area where you can chat with the model who has access to all this information. So it's run through the Gemini model, and the Gemini model will basically analyze all of the sources you have in here, and it can answer questions dependent on the information. And then on the right side, we have the studio area. And this one, you can do a bunch of different cool things. You can do an audio overview, or it can do an AI podcast, video overview, mind map. There's a ton of different options. We're gonna go through them later in the video, but this part is very, very powerful. It's one of the parts that makes notebooks so cool. So we're gonna do an example here. We're gonna analyze my YouTube channel. So one of the things that's super great is you can now add links in there, and some of the links don't work. So on websites you can do it, but it fully works for YouTube because Google owns YouTube, so they have that integration. So you also can upload other files. So if you have like a PDF or a giant document, maybe it's your textbook, maybe whatever it is, you can upload it into this section, and then you can add it as one of your sources. You can also upload things from Google Drive or copy text. So if you want to like maybe copy and paste from your textbook, or if you can't download it as PDF or whatever it is. So we're going to do some YouTube videos as an example. We have my main account right here, and we're gonna analyze a couple of the videos. Let me just turn the volume down. So we got this one right here that we're gonna do it in the website section. Paste the link, and we're gonna do a couple more of those ones so that we can kind of get a gist of the type of content it's dealing with. So we're gonna do a couple of copy and paste, but I think you can do up to 300 sources on NotebookLM, pretty sure. As you can see, you can upload about 300 different sources, which is quite a bit into there. So I have 3 sources right now. They're all YouTube videos, and now from here, I can ask questions about these videos. So like, for example, we have actually questions right here. It says, how do fake iPhones compare to real ones? What are the biggest red flags in spotting hardware? So you could ask these questions, and now based on the data it's gathering from these videos, it can actually just go and analyze everything that it said from this video and give me an answer based on the video. So we'll see what it comes up with real quick. We only have 2 videos or 3 videos in here. We can add more that will help the research as well. Okay, so it says that the box quality, the tint, internal packaging, wow. It gives you extremely detailed response about all the differences between these 3 phones. So that's pretty insane, and it's all based on my sources. That's one of the things that makes this so powerful, is the fact that it's based on the sources that you add and not just off the internet. Okay, but now I want to show you the coolest part of this whole thing, and that is the studio area. Okay, so for example, we have audio overview. So you can click this button right here, and this is going to generate an AI podcast based on the sources that we provided. So this is perfect for like textbook work, school work, for whatever it is. Like, this is perfect to go over all this information because it'll put it all into a form that makes it way, way more understandable. So it takes a second to generate. So we're gonna let that go for a minute, and I can show you these other things as well. And also right here, if you click the pencil icon, you can choose the type of format you want. You can either do deep dive, brief, critique, or debate. You can do short, default, or long. You can change the language as well. And you can also change exactly what you want it to focus on. So this one says you can focus on a specific source, a specific topic, or whatever it is, and it'll generate a podcast exactly in the way that you tell it to. So you could put in like textbook work, and you could say, make sure to cover these areas super strongly so that you know exactly what to study in your class. And you hit generate, and then it'll start generating the podcast for you, which is pretty insane. I've actually used this on books that I needed to read for class. I didn't have time to read the books, so I ended up dropping the whole PDF in here and turning on the podcast mode. It was great. I passed the test. It was awesome. It works. Okay, so next we got this video overview section, and this one you can do the same thing where you click the pencil as well. Do explainer, brief. You can do the actual visual style, whiteboard. So wow, okay, wait, there's way more options than I thought. You got papercraft, heritage, retro paint, watercolor, anime, kawaii, classic, custom. Holy crap, this is awesome. And then you can also do the things that you want to focus on. So we're gonna hit generate, and we'll see what we get. My guess is this one will take a sec as well, but insane tool right there. Okay, the next one we have is called the mind map, and this one loads a lot quicker, but we can actually see kind of what it is. And this one takes like the general gist of the things that we're talking about, like fake versus real tech comparisons. And then it breaks it down into different sections as well. We got S25 Ultra. It breaks it down even more. So this could be super useful when you're studying, because then you're able to break sections down and kind of study each part of them. And it also looks very visually appealing, as you can see right here. And you can even download it in the top right corner. So that's actually really cool. It could be useful, especially if you're wanting to analyze a lot of information or however it is, but it builds like this like tree effect, almost like the family tree effect, which looks really cool. So I like that one quite a lot. And you even can see it right here as well, but let's go down here. And we can also generate reports. So reports are based on your sources as well, obviously. So in the report section, you can pick how you want the report. So you can do create your own, briefing doc, study guide, blog post. There's a ton of different ones. And you can also edit the actual prompt for this one as well. So it has different prompts for each of them. And we're gonna do a blog post on this one. So now we have all of these generating right now, and we'll check out a couple other ones. We have the flashcard one. So this one's awesome because if you're trying to study for maybe a test, for example, maybe you're doing an econ test and you need to study all the information, this will build flashcards from your data and create them so that you can study them. So you can do fewer, more, easy, hard. We're gonna do just standard here, and we're gonna generate them just the way it says right here. Okay, ready, go. Okay, the next one is the quiz section, and this one is also like super cool, kind of similar to the flashcards where you can actually use it to just kind of test yourself and test your knowledge. So if you're doing maybe like a finance exam or something, you can put in all of the data right here on the left, and then it'll quiz you based on that data, just like as if you're taking a practice exam or something in school or prepping yourself. So super nice as well. All right, next one we have is a little infographic. So this one's really cool because you can make visual graphics of all of the information you have below. And you can describe exactly how you want the infographic to be used. And so you can say the style, the color, the focus, the fonts, the key stats you want it to cover as well. And it looks like there's even a detailed version, which is in beta. And then you can do landscape, portrait, or square. I want to do landscape, and we're going to generate a couple of infographics right there. Next up, we have slide deck. So this part is one of the parts I love the most, is the fact that you can build a full entire slide deck with AI based on the data. If you're taking a class or whatever, or you're in school or in work and you need to make a presentation, you have all this research, you can put all the research in on the left side and then build out a slide deck. So we're gonna build one. Okay, so this will be my topic, and then we're gonna do a default one, and I want a presenter slide. So detailed deck has more text on there. It's less visually appealing, where the presenter slide is more just kind of things that help you as you speak, and you can explain it all yourself. We're gonna hit generate right there. And then the last function we have here in Google Notebook LM is the data table. This one is extremely cool as well, because you're able to analyze just all of these sources and take the data from them and put them in a nice visual table. Okay, so I'm gonna go over some of the results we got right here. Most of them have finished generating. We're still waiting on the slide deck and the video, but pretty good so far. They've been super quick, all in the span of this video. So we're gonna take a look at our fake versus real showdown. It looks like this is a infographic. Take a look right here. So this is our infographic. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, this looks awesome. So we have a full rundown. It has full images, and we got performance over quality versus visual unboxing and initial appeal. And it shows all these tiny little details as well. Holy crap, that generated like very quickly as well. A ton of information on here. Okay, so yeah, it's just kind of analysis of all the little videos all into one main infographic. That's really cool. Next thing we have is our data table. Let's take a look at that one. So this is showing all of the sections of differences between the fake versus the real devices. So we have all sorts of details, and also those sources that it's taking from as well, to kind of give us all that information. So that's really cool. That can be really useful as well. We have a second infographic. I'm curious to see which one this one looks like. That's really good. And everything's spot on. The text, they nailed the text every time. You do have a watermark on the bottom right to be noted, just in case. But same thing, amazing infographic. Let's check our podcasts. I'm super curious to hear what this is about.
$13. Yeah. I want you to just sit with that number for a second. $13.
It's staggering, really.
We are talking about a device that's sitting on a table pretending to be a $1,300 flagship smartphone.
The Galaxy S25 Ultra, no less?
The S25 Ultra, and you can buy it for what, the price of a Caesar salad at the airport?
And it's not just some, weird one-off. This is a whole ecosystem. We're also looking at a $120 fake.
Adventurous. And they bought this just chaotic lineup of devices to...
It's not a simple yes or no. We're going to look at that $13 Galaxy, two different kinds of fake iPhones.
Oh, one of which has a twist I did not see coming.
Exactly.
So that's pretty insane. Like, I can see that being so useful. for studying, for learning more about whatever it is, like that is insanely useful. Let's check our tech quiz right here. When unboxing the fake Galaxy S25 Ultra, what's the most immediate discrepancy found on the internal packaging? Bro, I don't freaking know. And I made this video. The box is transparent instead of cardboard. Yes. Oh, boom! Got it right. Okay, what's the physical feature missing on the side? Oh, 5G antenna band. Boom! Nailed it again. One thing that I love about this is it actually does explain why that's right and why it wouldn't be right, so that you can kind of learn from your own mistakes on this one. Very cool. All right, now for our clone flashcards. What distinguishes the Samsung logo on the authentic Galaxy S25 Ultra from the counterfeit version? Oh, it has a different polish. Okay. Okay, this is like Quizlet based on all the information, and I didn't have to go and make every single slide like I do on Quizlet. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. All right, here's our blog post. Wow, that's awesome too. Okay, now the one I'm most excited for are the video and the slide deck. Let's take a look at the video. Here we go. Yo.
You know, you see that shiny, brand new, top of the line smartphone and you think, man, I wish I could get that. But for like a tenth of the price. Can you seriously get 90% of that premium feel for just 10% of the cost? Or is the compromise just way too big? Well, we're about to find out. We're gonna start with that very first impression, the unboxing. Then we'll get hands-on with the physical hardware, dive deep into the software, and see how these things actually perform.
That's crazy. That was crazy. I don't even know how to react to that. That was awesome. All right, so this is the little slide deck that it made for me. Holy crap. That's crazy. Look at these graphics. And the best part is I can even present it directly from Google Notebook LM, and I can present this whole thing. And so you're able to research all new sources as well on the web if you want to find them from right here or add them in yourself. But honestly, this tool is insane. The best part, it's free. If you want to check this out, I'd check it out right now. This thing is awesome.